Welcome back to BA Skills They Don't Teach You. Today we're talking about something every business analyst faces sooner or later. Pushback. Pushback on scope. Pushback on timelines. Pushback on effort. Pushback on everything. And let's start with the mad BA truth that will save your sanity. Pushback isn't personal, even when it feels very personal. Most pushback isn't about you, it's about pressure. Deadlines, fear, priorities, or someone realizing a little too late that change has consequences. Your job as a BA is not to win arguments. It's to keep conversations productive without escalation. Let's start with the common forms of pushback. You'll hear things like, "We don't have time for this. This is out of scope. Do we really need this? Can't we just do it the simple way?" None of these are attacks. They're signals. They usually mean, "I'm worried about effort. I'm worried about timelines. I'm worried about risk. I'm worried about impact." Once you hear the concern behind the words, the pushback becomes easier to handle. Next comes the hardest part, staying neutral under pressure. When someone pushes back strongly, your instinct might be to defend, explain, or push harder. That's how escalation starts. Instead, slow down. Lower your tone. Acknowledge the concern. Simple phrases work wonders. "I hear your concern. That's a valid question. Let's unpack this." Calm authority doesn't come from volume. It comes from composure. Now let's talk about reframing objections into discussion. Pushback shuts conversations down when treated as resistance. It opens conversations when treated as input. Instead of responding with explanations, respond with curiosity. What part feels most risky? What's the main constraint you're worried about? What would make this acceptable? You're not backing down. You're shifting the conversation from emotion to problem solving. This is where BAs shine. Now, an important distinction: when to hold your ground. You hold your ground when the requirement protects users, the requirement reduces risk, the requirement is regulatory or mandatory. Removing it creates long-term pain. Holding your ground doesn't mean arguing. It means clearly explaining impact. If we remove this, here's what breaks. This risk doesn't disappear, it just moves. This decision will cost us later. Facts, consequences, clarity, that's authority. And now, the skill no one teaches, when to let it go. Sometimes pushback is valid. Sometimes the trade-off is acceptable. Sometimes the cost outweighs the benefit. Letting go isn't weakness. It's judgment. A mature BA knows when perfection isn't worth the delay. When good enough for now is actually the right call. The key is documentation and alignment. Capture the decision. Capture the risk. Confirm agreement. Letting go without clarity creates problems. Letting go with clarity creates progress. Here's the final mad BA truth for today. Handling pushback isn't about being right. It's about staying calm, keeping trust, and moving the project forward. People will push. Voices will rise. Pressure will exist. Your superpower is staying steady in the middle of it all. So next time pushback feels personal, remember, it usually isn't. And even when it feels very personal, you can handle it like a BA who knows exactly what they're doing. Calm, clear, unescalated.